Right guys, Dave Genvy here, aka Bad Boy Genvy, aka Satan. Here again to tell you to put your money in Wisdomtree CRUD. Put it on screen. Links your money to the price of crude oil. Your lizard bitch king, King Charles, the British royal family, is the king of the world. He's still doing the Great Reset plan, which is to pump less oil out of the ground, and it's going to eventually cause massive inflation. You look at CRUD.L on the stocks and shares app of your iPhone, if you've got an iPhone. You'll see the price of oil gradually going up. I think it is down today. It's not up every day. You've got to remember that. They have spikes up and they spike it back down, but it's going upwards. Yeah. Pumping less oil out of the ground. There's all this nonsense in the Middle East to explain it. There's an excuse. They've got fucking nonsense in Ukraine with Russia, and Russia's a big oil producing nation. And that's what they're going to do. And all the reptilians know about it. If you're a reptilian, I'm in the UK, which is a reptile island. So it's just pretty much reptiles here. I don't think there's many monkeys. And if you're a reptilian, you know about it because your lizard bitch king, King Charles, has told you this is what's happening. Lizard bitch King Charles doesn't want to work with me. He's not interested. And he's talking a lot of shit in the media. Talking a lot of shit, that bitch is. I keep calling him a bitch. He's only 2 hours down the road. He only lives down in London. I'm in Birmingham. He's 2 hours down the road from me. He knows exactly where I am. But that bitch boy, because he's a total fucking coward, won't do fuck all about me. He just keeps trying to ignore me and sort of subtly diss me in the media. And he openly disses, slags off Prince Harry, who is, you know, his son, obviously. Prince Harry, I think, wants to work with me because I am sent here by God. I am Satan. I'm the devil himself. You know, I've proven that in previous videos. I get little pictures on my forehead, little demons and sixes and all sorts. Get them on other places, on my hands and stuff. I've got them on my knuckles. I've got sixes on my fucking knuckles. Yeah. I'm Satan. I'm the dude that runs hell. Hell's real. Real place. So is heaven. You want to go to heaven, obviously. He's doing stupid shit in the media at the minute, trying to make out Kate Middleton is still alive. He said, because he controls the media. He controls the world, basically, King Charles. And he's saying Kate Middleton's, you know, fine, you know, nothing wrong with her. Well, she's got cancer, but she's supposedly supposed to be presenting the men's singles trophy or something, when they actually had a different woman there. I'll get it on the computer screen in a minute. The men's singles at Wimbledon, because Kate Middleton's well into Wimbledon. And she was there last year, and you had Djokovic against the new kid on the block, Alcatraz or something his name is. That's not his name, I don't know, it's something like that. Alcatraz is a prison, isn't it? Yeah, hell's like a prison. You know, Alcatraz, the prison, famous prison in America, California. Hell's like a prison. It's very hard to get out of it once you're in it. The only person who can get you out of it is God himself, God in heaven. And some people never get out. They fuck up so much in this life. You're on a test at the minute. I'm here to tell you, the Antichrist is here to tell you that. You're on a test. And depending on how you perform in the test, depends on where you go in the afterlife. And if you go to hell, you're not going to have a good time. Kate Middleton, she's in hell. She's in hell suffering. Because she should have never been with Prince William. Prince William and King Charles, pair of dog shit, lumps of dog shit. There's two lumps of dog shit. Prince William's getting hit hard by God in heaven. He's getting walloped. He's a skinny fuck at the minute. We're going to have a look later. The right skinny fuck. But we'll have a look. I'll explain now. We'll have a look at Kate Middleton. Yeah. So in the media, the British royal family, King Charles, said that Kate Middleton was going to present the award to the men's singles winner, and the men's singles winner this year was Alcaraz. I think he was the singles winner last year, because last year you had Djokovic and Alcaraz in 2023 competing for, you know, who's the best at Wimbledon in the men's. And you had the same situation this year, Djokovic and Alcaraz. And Alcaraz, he's the new, you know, he's the new gun, he's the new kid on the block. And he's just, I think he's just a bit better than Djokovic at the moment. Maybe Djokovic is going a bit past his best, past his prime possibly, and the young guns coming up. And here we are. I don't consider myself a champion yet. Carlos Alcaraz, on-court interview, Wimbledon 2024. You can see there he's got his trophy. And then we've got what looks from the side,
Carlos, you really were on fire out here.
Kate Middleton. And then we see, if you look at her face, it's someone else. From the side, it looked like, oh, it's Kate Middleton. And then you look on the front, it's not. It's just, it's gotten ludicrous now. They're covering up of what's happened with Kate Middleton. You know, she got cancer. God in heaven. Sort of send a warning. God in heaven, you've got to realise about God in heaven, right? He's not someone to fuck with. He's not someone to mess around. You know what I mean? He's a bit of a scary motherfucker. You've got to be to create reality. So I'm just warning you as the devil, don't fuck around in the game of reality. Live a good life, and then you've got nothing to fear. If you live a good life as a good person, where, you know, you try to be a good person, nice to people, do a job, you've got to contribute to society. That job could be something like shelf stacking in a supermarket. That's an important job. Could be flipping burgers at McDonald's. Important job. Someone's got to flip them burgers. You know, it's not like you have to be a superstar like Carlos Alcaraz to, you know, he's a star in tennis. Like, you don't have to be a star like that to escape going to hell. You just have to be a good person and do a job that's a good job. Don't do a job. There's some jobs out there that lead you down a dark path. An example of a job that's a total piece of shit job is a family law solicitor. Family law solicitor is the sort of job where you could end up going to hell because you're causing a lot of pain to people in this life, destroying their parenthoods. I'm someone who had my parenthood destroyed by family law, by the family legal system in the UK, totally unfairly. I was a good father, and my father was totally fucking destroyed by the British legal system. And you know, if you're a solicitor or a barrister, or maybe you're a lawyer in the US, be very fucking careful about getting involved in family law cases, because it just might be that you cunts are selling your soul down to the devil. You're writing all these silly letters and doing silly things in courtrooms to terrorise good parents in a legal system that's totally fucking evil. And that's the sort of job that get you put in hell. You might think you're a smart ass. Some barrister with a silver fucking tongue, or some lawyer with a silver fucking tongue, talking in a courtroom, running riddles around people to try and fucking destroy someone's fatherhood or motherhood. That's gonna get you cunt, in serious fucking shits with God in heaven. And then, once you're in serious shit with God in heaven, You come down to hell to see me, David the devil. Remember, I'm God's other son. The son you want to meet is the man of love. That's Christ. That's Jesus. He's a nice guy. Everyone loves Jesus. He's the man of love. You have to love him. Well, I'm sort of like, well, I'm the man of logic, but I'm also the man of hate. In hell, I'm the man of hate. I'm the man of logic. You know, I'm good at science and all that shit. Science, explaining science to you, how the universe works. But I'm the man of hate in hell. So be very careful. You know, if you're a shelf stacker, you're just a dude who's a nice guy stacking food on a shelf in Tesco or a supermarket. You're a smart man. You're a lot smarter than some family law solicitor or some barrister that's working in family law. Oh, you're a lot fucking smarter. A lot smarter than them twats. Because they're selling their soul to the devil. Doing terrible things to good parents. So be aware of that. That's important. But yeah, obviously that's not Kate Middleton. It was said in the news it was going to be Kate Middleton presenting the trophy. She was going to be at Wimbledon. All they've done, they've just used footage from last year, from 2023, when she was at Wimbledon, and it was the same two. It was Alcaraz, Carlos Alcaraz, the new big star, and Djokovic in the final. You know, it's the same finalists again this year. So they've just used old footage. Right, we're going to have a look at the bitch prince, Prince William. He's in serious shit with God in heaven. He's in serious shit. Just like King Charles. Charles is in more shit. He's in loads of shit, King Charles. And he knows he is. He knows he's going down to hell. It might be hard for the monkey men out there who watch my channel. The reptilians, they watch my phone. My phone's there. They can watch anyone's phone. So they know a lot more about me. But the monkeys are still a bit like, shit, is this actually happening? Yeah, it is. The devil's on earth. And heaven's 100% real. Hell's 100% real. God in heaven's 100% real. And I'm the dude that runs hell. So it is. But I work for God. You can't just think about logically, how can you go against God when he's the Almighty? So it's not like I'm trying to lead you down the right path. The devil's saying, yeah, I'm a scary, scary man. And I am. Scary motherfucker is Satan. But, I'm trying to lead you down the path where you be good, live a good life, love and peace, what Jesus taught you. And then, you don't have to worry about Satan. You don't have to worry about meeting the devil in hell. So you have been told about all this. Jesus did tell you. It's not like you should know. But obviously there's a lot of atheists out there. Yeah, atheism. You can just put that in the bin now. It's a load of shit. Right, anyway, let's look at Prince William. Right, we're looking at Prince William now. We're on the Royal Family channel. This was uploaded 2 days ago. We're on YouTube. This is William. He's at a polo match. He plays polo, horse polo. And you can see how skinny he is. Just look at his skin. Don't look well to me. Look how skinny he is. He's skinnier than usual in his chest. If you watch this video, Polo for a Cause, Prince William competes in charity polo match. Like I say, uploaded 2 days ago on the official Royal Family channel. And yeah, he's looking seriously skinny. Now, if we go a bit further along in the video, we've gone to 136 on the video. We're going to watch him wave in a minute. We're going to watch him wave. Is he going to do it? His mate waves. Right, now watch his back of his arm. Watch his arm. I'm going to put it on slow-mo as well, actually. So put playback speed. So 143 in the video. Playback speed 0.25. Watch his arm, back of his arm as he waves. Play, Dave. See that? I don't know if you saw that wobble. And when I wave my arm, I don't get my muscles shaking all over. And the reason he's having this situation, I'm on Google now, muscle wastage cancer. There's something called cachexia, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not exactly sure, is a wasting syndrome that comes with advanced cancers. So the reason William is looking all skinny as fuck at a polo match, he's looking like a skinny little bitch, and his muscles are all going to shit, and they're wobbling around as he waves. It's because God in heaven, right, is fucking him up with what? With God's mind powers. So he's giving William cancer, and it's not, it's taking its toll on his physical health. Like I always tell the monkey men, look, the only thing you really need to worry about is getting whatever money you can into Wisdomtree CRUD. Wisdomtree CRUDs, that's going to protect you from these increasing oil prices. That's what you need to do, and that will help keep you safe. And you don't need to worry about everything else. So God in heaven's got a plan. He sent me David the devil, the Antichrist. It was foretold I was going to come to earth, the Antichrist. The devil made flesh on earth, the devil incarnate, whatever, Lucifer, that's another name I've got. I was, supposed to come here and sort all this out. It's just been held up. It's been delayed by the British royal family. So God, he's always got a plan B, and he's killing those bitches off. He's already done Kate Middleton. I don't know if it's William next, or Camilla, or Charles, King Charles. I don't know who it is. It's going to go. It's all part of God's plan. I'm just like his worker. The devil's like his worker to get you into the stars, get more planets, get this planet sorted out. And I'm just trying to show you the evidence. What you hear in the media from the British royal family, you got to remember, a lot of it's bullshit, a lot of it's lies. They're covering up a lot of stuff at the minute. They're not willing to work with me. And I think with King Charles, it doesn't matter how much I slag him off, he's not going to work with me. He's just bitter. He blames me for everything, and as if it's my fault. I'm working for God in heaven, and he's trying to, I don't know what he's doing. He's got a very silly game plan at the minute, and I don't think William was going to work with me either. But we're very hopeful that Harry's going to, Prince Harry, because obviously if you kill them two, Camilla's gone as well, and Kate Middleton, you kill all of them, then it's Harry. It's Harry for king, and obviously Meghan as well, his wife. She's queen then. But so this is a shit situation. But as you can see, from how skinny William's looking, and we already know that his side profile there, skinny as fuck. There's no weight in his arms, shoulders. He's definitely lost weight. He looks an odd colour as well, I think. We can see that God has got this under control, I think. So it'll get sorted out eventually. Right, let's talk about something else now. We're going to talk football now, soccer. England football team lost last night. They were playing Spain in the finals of the European Championship. Sadly lost. I'm an Englishman, so obviously I wanted to see them win. They lost 2-1, but they did really well. They got to the final. They've done that. They did that in the last Euros as well. They did really well, and I think they all played well. I didn't see any bad performances from the England team. The Spanish were just a little bit better, and there you go. Now, I've come up with an idea to replace the penalty shootout. So that game didn't go to a penalty shootout. England just lost 2-1. But if it had gone to a penalty shootout, I don't think it's a very nice way to decide a game. I've talked about how is a more surefire way to score on a penalty, where you just side foot it as hard as you can into the corner. Harry Kane, England striker, took a penalty against the Netherlands where he used that technique, and it went in. It was sort of like the perfect penalty, I felt. It was low, hard to the ground, he side footed it, it went right into the side netting, and the keeper, even with a perfect dive from the keeper, still physically couldn't get to the ball. So I think, obviously, you're still going to have penalties. When someone gets fouled in the box, you still need penalties. But maybe FIFA want to think of in the future getting rid of the penalty shootout, because I don't feel it's a very good way to decide games. And what I was thinking would be better is where you have a one-on-one shootout with a keeper. So what it is, where the attacking player will run with the ball from the halfway line. The keeper's in his box, right? And rather than just from the penalty spot, he's got to try and get it into the goal. One-on-one with the keeper. Take it round the keeper, maybe put it through the keeper's legs, maybe even chip it over the keeper's head if the keeper comes out a little bit too far. There's multiple options. And for the keeper to make a save, he's either got to push the ball with some part of his body, his hands, his feet, whatever part of his body's chest, push the ball back towards the halfway line, or horizontally towards the touchline. So he's got to push it in a direction that's towards the halfway line, or sideways, horizontal to the touchline. Anything that's where the ball's still moving towards the goal line, it's still live, it's still going until it goes out. Obviously, if it goes out for touch or goes past the goal line but doesn't actually go into the net, then that's obviously a miss. And you just run it the same way as a penalty shootout. It's just one-on-one. The reason I think that would be more entertaining for the fans, it might be more dramatic, and it might lead to more artistry in a shootout. Because a penalty shootout, especially if it's done the Dave Gemby way, where you just side foot it hard and fast and low into a corner, there's no real artistry in that, or there's not much. It's not very exciting for the fans. I mean, it is nail biting, obviously, but especially for the neutral fan, it's not very exciting. Whereas a one-on-one shootout, it's more like the beautiful game. There's artistry that comes into trying to jink round the keeper, or, you know what I mean? It's more interesting, I think. And that might be a better solution for FIFA. They'll need to test run it. It may be in the lower leagues. Could be a good idea for football. It is just an idea. You don't have to do it. You could stick with the penalty shootout. But if every team starts doing penalties the Dave Gemby way, you might be there quite a while till someone misses the penalty. Because a side foot technique is a very simple technique. It's very accurate. You can get quite a lot of pace into it. And the England goal that we scored against Spain, was it Palmer? Was it? I'm not sure the player's name, but he side-footed it from outside the box, hard and low. It went into a bottom corner. That was a side foot. You'd be surprised how hard and fast you can hit a ball with just a side foot pass technique, and it's very accurate. So what I'm saying is, when you're on that penalty spot, it might get really difficult for a keeper to save any, and it potentially could make the penalty shootout actually obsolete. So you might actually need something else, which would be a one-on-one shootout. Just run from the halfway line with the ball. I think that's a good idea. Maybe FIFA want to try it, give it a trial run. Who knows? But there's one idea. Right, I've got another idea for football. We're going to talk about that now. The next idea for football that I was thinking of was maybe a formation idea, you know, team formation idea for football that may already have been tried, I don't know. But what I noticed with England against Spain, they didn't really have any penetration in their attack very often. Spain were quite good defensively, or at least they're okay. And England were passing it around a bit, but they never really penetrated in to the defence of Spain very often. And I felt a lot of that was to do with they didn't run with the ball enough. One player did, John Stones, an actual central defender, centre-back. He got the ball and ran a good length of the pitch with the ball. Pretty much, you know, he did get stopped in the end, but he made a good bit of distance across the pitch. And it's not really, you know, a centre-back's duty to be doing that. But he showed how a big, strong player can do pretty well just running with the ball. Paul Gascoigne used to do it a lot. One of my favourite players. Cristiano Ronaldo used to before he got bad knees. Lionel Messi did it a lot. But England didn't. They didn't do that enough. And it left their attack a bit impotent, to be honest. Like Harry Kane, he got brought off about 60 minutes in. That's their target man striker. He just wasn't getting service. He wasn't getting any service. But the reason I felt was because we haven't got a player like Paul Gascoigne who will just run with the ball. So this isn't just an idea for England football team. This is an idea for football. What I'm going to show you now is my dream team, and I'm going to try and explain it. Right. So firstly, this is the Devil's dream team. Right, see that Devil's dream team. Right, I've got my target man, Erling Haaland. I think he's a great target man, a striker, centre forward. Now what I've got here are what I call runners. I've got Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, and David Ginola. You might say, David Ginola, that's an unusual name to have on there. No, he's actually a great player, and he's a runner. So what David Ginola was very good at was getting a ball. He's tall, strong, fast, and he can do a jinking run. Ryan Giggs could do it too, but I think David Ginola was maybe better at it. And the runners in my team, the whole point of them is to get the ball and run with it. Cristiano Ronaldo was brilliant at it when his knees were good. Lionel Messi is amazing at it too. He's a bit short. I would have preferred him to be a bit taller, but he's so good at running with the ball. He's in the team because we've got three tall guys in Haaland, Ronaldo, and Ginola. He's a tall dude too, so we'll have Messi in there. They're so good with running with the ball, and what I want them to do is get the ball and run with it, run at the defence to cause the defence problems. Like, it's not really like a position in football where you just say you're a runner, like a running back in NFL, or like one of the backs in rugby, you know, the back line, and they get the ball and their job is just to run with it. You know what I mean? Like the winger, say the winger for example in rugby union. Their job is to run with the ball. And David Ginola was very good at doing that. So is Ronaldo, so is Messi. Now, behind them, I've got a guy here, Diego Maradona. Now, try to ignore him for a minute because he's actually the 12th man. A rule change I'm thinking of football that could be possibly done by FIFA is instead of having 11 men on a pitch, you have 12 men. I'm going to explain it more later. But what we're going to talk about next is the defence. So just pretend Diego Maradona, the floating playmaker, 12th man, isn't there. Because the rules with football at the minute, you can only have 11 men. So this is your attack. These three runners, their job is to run at the defence with the ball, obviously, and they can interchange. These guys, so David Ginola, if he wants to, he can change. He can swap with Lionel Messi. Ronaldo can swap. They can all swap positions. And they're trying to run at the defence, cause chaos, beat a couple of players, beat 2 or 3 players, and then offload a pass to the target man, whose job, obviously, is to get it in the back of the net. I mean, maybe they can go on their solo and put it in the back of the net, but they're really looking to beat a couple and then offload to the target man, Haaland. So that's your attack. Forget Diego Maradona. For now, he's the 12th man. Now, this is your defence. You've got your goalkeeper, obviously. That's Peter Schmeichel. And then I've got my defence. This is my defence here. And in effect, you say, well, these are like, that's a left midfielder. I'm not thinking of midfield, right? Forget midfield. I've got defenders. I've got Ashley Cole, who, this would be like a midfield position, but he's actually a defender. Ashley Cole, Bobby Moore, and Franco Baresi. They're defenders. 3 defenders, and then I've got another 3 defenders. Maldini on the left, he's actually my captain. Jaap Stam in the middle, I really rate him very highly. I thought he was great for Man United. We shouldn't have sold him. Ferguson will admit that. And Franz Beckenbauer, another great player for Germany. Peter Schmeichel, like I said. So I've got 3 defenders and then another 3 defenders, right? And their job is just being 2 lines of defence. That's it. You've got first line of defence here rather than a midfield, and then last line of defence. Okay? And their job is purely defend and get the ball to the runners. All they're looking to do is pass to them. Then Lionel Messi's job is to turn and run at the defence. Same with Ronaldo, same with Ginola. That's all they're doing. Defensive duties, get the ball, give it as fast as possible to the runners run at the defence. Keeping it really simple. Now, if we do have that 12th man, that needs to be like a playmaker player, like a Maradona. I've got Maradona as my dream team playmaker. A Zidane, could be a Kevin De Bruyne, could be a David Beckham. He was a really good passer. Someone who's good passing a ball. Paul Scholes, another good passer. Or someone like a Keane, could be a slightly different player, a Roy Keane, like a box-to-box midfielder. But he was a good passer too, side-foot passing along the ground. He was very good at that. And he would definitely be able to set up passes to the runners, Ronaldo, Messi and Ginola. But at the moment you couldn't have that because FIFA rules is you can only have 11 players on the pitch. My subs are Zidane, Gaza, Roy Keane. If one of my defenders gets injured, I'm bringing on Roy Keane and put him into one of these positions. So say Bobby Moore got injured, right? He's coming off. Roy Keane comes in. I've only got 3 subs just to keep it simple. I know you can have more subs than that now, but I've got 3. Just keep it simple. If one of my runners gets injured, I bring on Gaza to replace one of the runners because Gaza was really good with running with a ball, right? If Haaland gets injured, I move Ronaldo to the target man position, centre forward, and I put Gaza on where Ronaldo would be. And if my playmaker, my 12th man, gets injured, Diego Maradona, I bring Zidane on to cover that position. And that's the Devil's dream team. That's something. That formation, forget the playmaker, the floating playmaker, forget that. 6 defenders who just pass the ball to the runners. And their job's to try and beat 2 or 3 men. They should be, if they're fast and strong, they shouldn't be that hard. As soon as if they get tackled and they lose the ball, okay, defence is back on. The 6-man defence, two lines of 3, they're on. They've got to win the ball back and feed it back to the runners again. And you just do that continuously. At the moment, and the good thing, if you've got tall runners, we've got one small runner in Lionel Messi, but the other 2 are tall, and Erling Haaland's a tall guy. That means you can do, the defence can think, right, we don't want to pass it round the back because it's really risky, it's really dangerous. We've got these big tall guys, runners, and our target man's tall, so we'll just kick it up field. And they should win the ball in the air, hopefully. At the moment, I see in football, it's a bit boring because at times, it's still a really good game. Obviously, it is the beautiful game. But a lot of times, teams are passing the ball around a bit aimlessly and not really achieving a whole lot. That's what I think. Whereas you want to penetrate into the opponent's defence. That's why I've got those 3 runners to act as like a trident, like a devil's trident to penetrate in. And they're doing crisscrossing runs. They're running at the defence fast. They're jinking as they're running. If you watch Ginola's career, he had a couple of goals where he ran kind of from the halfway line. With a jinking run. So it's my idea. Whereas at the moment, see England, they're not as good as Spain were quite a good team at keeping possession. So were Barcelona. Whereas I don't think that's our game. Our game's to be more. That's how I'd want to set my team up. We've got these defenders. We're going to feed the runners, and they're going to run. Their job's just keep running at that defence again and again and again and again. Hopefully break through it. Feed the ball to Haaland. Look, if you've got Lionel Messi, Ronaldo and Ginola in your team, that's probably going to be pretty easy. Because obviously they're great players. Particularly Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. But Ginola was a great player too. I think he's a little bit underrated. You got Gazza on the bench. He was great at running at players. We had no penetration in our England team. Not really. A lot of, we got players, I don't like singling out names because Phil Foden had a really good game for England last night. And England had another player called Jack Wilshere. I don't know if he's retired now. He might be retired. But I feel they're a bit too small and weak. Like Maradona and Lionel Messi as well seem to be quite strong on the ball. Maradona definitely was. He can be a small guy, short. You can be actually really strong, just got ball and muscle. A bit like Wayne Rooney. He's strong as fuck. So we need players who pick the ball up and run at teams. But I think every team does, to be honest. More speed in the attack. We had no speed in our attack, really. I think we had speedy players, but not many guys who just want to pick that ball up and run with it. You know what I mean? And maybe run from deeper positions as well. Like Gaza would. To make something happen. This aimless passing game, possession game. Well, it suited the Spaniards. They're really good at it. And they were a bit better than us at it. We were okay at it. That's why we lost. But they were a little bit better at keeping possession than us. So I think with scouting, when we're doing scouting in England, we need to look for genetic excellence as well as skills. You can work on skills. I've showed you on this channel how to work on your football skills with a chip ball, a small leather ball. And you can use a golf ball as well, although that's more of a party trick. Small leather ball, just about that big, maybe. That's ideal. And that helps you work on your skills. So you can learn skills, but genetic excellence is what you want to look for. And Phil Foden's a really good player. I'm sure he's a lovely bloke, but I don't see genetic excellence there. I don't see someone like Erling Haaland, you know, tall, fast. I don't see someone like Ronaldo. I mean, Messi isn't. Messi is not, but for some reason he just has this ability to beat players. So he must have more strength than you presume, and is obviously fast. So, you know, it needs to be judged on performance as well. But like I look at Haaland, Ronaldo, and Gino, they're all good genetic specimens. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. And that might be an idea to some football managers out there to set their team up. At the moment, you can only do it with 11 defenders. So a line of defence. They feed the runners, run at the defence. You got your big target man at the top. So that's my other idea for football. Whether it's any good, who knows? But it's an idea, and you never know. Maybe some teams want to try it, and it might be a good idea, and it might produce a lot of goals. Something else that needs explaining is my 12th man. So at the moment, yeah, you can only have 11 players on a football pitch, but FIFA could obviously change the rules. So I think what my formation is missing is a playmaker like Diego Maradona. So 3-3-3, these are runners, target man at the top. That's what I think football needs, a 12th man. His job is to create stuff, to be a passer. So someone like maybe Pirlo, Kevin De Bruyne would maybe want to be back here in front of the last line of defence, making passes, maybe to the runners, really good passers. Maybe a Zidane would want to be further up here. A David Beckham sort of player, David Beckham, 12th man, would want to be over the right-hand side, whipping in crosses. Roy Keane, if you had Roy Keane in this 12th man position, he'd want to be running box to box, doing a lot of covering of ground. I think, yeah, it just depends on that playmaker. It's a floating playmaker that kind of, I guess, connects the defence, this 6-man defence, with the attack, this 4-man attack. He's sort of like a connecting player. Could be an idea, another good idea for the beautiful game. I'm not sure. They're just ideas. You don't have to do them. They're just ideas. But I'm an ideas guy. That's what I do. All right. Anyway, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.